What's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 48 of scaling my AI agency from $0 to $100,000. We're currently still at 6 grand cash collected from an agency perspective. Okay. I'll give you guys an update later on how that went today. Basically, what I do in these videos, I just go over what I did today, what moved the needle forward, what I'm struggling with, what I'm learning as I go through the process of scaling an agency from zero in the trenches. So if you're an entrepreneur running an agency yourself or just looking to get into the game, put this on 2x speed. You're going to get a lot of value from this video. Let's jump right into what we did today. So I don't have my notepad like I normally do, but in today's video, today was really solid. We went up, had a meeting with our mentor early in the morning, kind of just prepping for that, getting some insight from him. He helped us through from some legality perspectives. He also helped us with messaging and identification when it came to how we present ourselves as a brand and how we can position ourselves in the best way possible. Gave us a lot of insight in that realm. It gave us insight into like the sales side a little bit more as well, which is super nice to get into. So we had a good conversation with him. And then we ended up having a sales call at it was at 1:30. He didn't end up showing, but then I called him and I called him 3 times. The third time he answered. Very slow guy, but he answered. He was like, yes, we can hop on now. I don't know how this guy got so confused with how to set this stuff up. These types of guys, dude, like, how is this guy going to know how to use AI, bro? You know what I mean? Like, this guy is just so slow. Like, no offense to the guy at all, but anyway, he answers in a pretty decent amount of pain. Did 200,000 in revenue. I mean, he's been doing the business for like 6 years and they're still stuck at 200K. I was like, bro, what are we doing? Ended up pitching him one vertical and I downsold to the split pay right away. That's how down bad we are, boys. Well, we're down bad. We were that down bad. And he kind of hit me with the rebuttal of not having the time because he's got a big project he's doing that's going to take him like 2 months. And I kind of tried to push back a little bit, but I didn't have like a dialed in talk track. So I kind of like drove myself into a dead end. And I was just like, ah, shit, I guess we'll catch up and then follow up. So I kind of realized and learned something from this is like, okay, I need to have a section within discovery that is more that directly identifies like, hey, we're going to be bringing you new business. Do you have the capacity or can you get the capacity to be able to take this on? Because that's the only way you can scale, right? If I was able to do that and handle that rebuttal and I had a talk track to kind of walk through that and like actually riff through that objection, we would have closed them. Overall, though, the sales process was super good. I like the new presentation. I think the discovery is good. I truly think like I can probably get away with like 5 questions in discovery. Like this guy was a pretty big yapper, so like a bunch of other questions just came up. Most of the time, that's what happens. Like I asked them for background about the business, and then I just got a bunch of angles for questions. So probably just gonna make the discovery just completely natural, and then recap. Pitch is super easy. Like I just love the whole process now. It's just so money. It flowed really, really good. I think there was a couple talk track things when we were temp checking on the presentation that could have been better, but other than that, it was a really good process. Very thorough, right? I think it just meshed really well. But yeah, I mean, we're just kind of getting our skin in the game here. So that's what happened there. We were kind of tripping a little bit with not being able to close that up. I guess it's just kind of pushing back. But then we had another lead come in today. We had a call booked in for next Tuesday. Not that qualified either. He does like primarily TV mountains. A lot of the leads we've gotten in this round have been more relatively low quality. Trying to figure out how we can, fix that because we've just been having, I don't know, the numbers aren't the same as they were. Cost per qualified call, cost per book call has gone up. We've booked 3 calls so far out of $300 in ad spend. So it's a $100 cost per book call. We got like another day. We kind of figured it was going to double. We were like, hey, like worst case, it doubles. Even $100 cost per call is still really good for this niche. I think we can do a lot better with the ads on the front end as well. And I think there's definitely some room with like the branding side of things and just like overall positioning. And I think we're almost there. We're so close. And really at the end of the day, it just comes down to like, you just have to keep iterating and keep testing, bro. It's like, just keep learning from everything, like you can only implement so much at one time. And who's to say that the thing you're implementing is correct? You know what I mean? So you got to be able to kind of test things individually, one at a time. Okay, is this the right change or is this not the right change? Because otherwise you're just kind of shooting blind, right? And that's why I love having these sales conversations is, that was my 6th conversation I've had from a sales perspective with this niche. And one, it's giving us so much data and insight into how this niche actually thinks, how they present themselves. For us starting this offer, 2 weeks ago, and to already have had 6 calls with AV integrators. Not all of them were qualified. I'd say this batch has been a little less qualified, but to already have calls that we can look back on and we can learn from and also improve and kind of refine our sales process from is just such a great sign. It means we're on the right track. So that was pretty much today. And then later in the evening, we have a big storm coming by us. So we started to text some of our previous like snow clients that we were working with. And we were able to close about $600 deals for snow removal. That's going to be a lot of work for us, but it's just cash flow for us, which is sick. That'll probably help us fund some ads as well. So that's a good thing to have, and just snag some cash and make some chetty, and then just move right into the next week and just start spending on ads again. And we can start waiting for these longer term deals to materialize as well, and just keep getting swings in, man. Like more at bats, the better. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's where we're at. That's what we got going on. Good day all in all today. Just trying to stay focused. You know, the mind can get very staggered sometimes, especially if things aren't going your way. But you know, all you have to do is just send some text messages and work with what you got. And a lot of the times you can make things happen for you. So that's just kind of what we've been doing today. Really just kind of refining the sales process. A couple of things we want to definitely optimize and get into, but we're going to have to take a look at it from just a very strong high level based on all the internal information we've gotten over the past couple of days, past couple of weeks of running this offer. Just internalize everything that we've been able to do and go from there. So once we do that, we can go in, kind of make these changes. I think the sales process is basically there. I just need to add and work on my pre-handle for objections, and then also my objection handling at the end of the call. Get some riffs in there, practice over some situations and some talk tracks, and just get really good at handling objections, because that's all that's stopping everything right now. I think I'm handling the call in a really great way every other way. And then that sales process is rock and rolling. And then we just need to get the top of funnel back into position, start getting some more people on calls, see what we can do to really make the messaging pop. I think there's just a little messaging disconnect, which we can easily fix. And then yeah, once we do that, we should be in a good spot. We're starting to build out the master agent system as well. That's basically helping us with our fulfillment and client management and stuff like that too. So that's going to be super helpful once we start actually scaling here, taking on more clients. But we're getting a lot of good feedback from the market. We're getting a lot of good feedback from our mentor and our peers. So yeah, I mean, we're just grinding, man. That's all you can really do. It's a Friday night. Spending some time. Tomorrow we're going to be grinding again. I don't really know what the plan is for tomorrow, to be honest. I'm thinking I'm going to just finalize the sales side, because we have a call for Tuesday. Finalize the sales side, kind of catch up with my mentee, and then also Two Awake, my boy. And then probably do some follow-ups then. And get the sales process dialed in, and then kind of figure out, all right, what are we looking at in terms of optimizations? And then we're going to have to get stuff ready for our fun snow adventure on Sunday. It sucks to be going back to that. It's the last thing I wanted to do, but we're getting paid pretty penny for it. So it's nice. It's definitely nice. People are throwing money because they're like, holy shit, this is going to be a crazy storm. It's like, I'll take, $400 to shovel your driveway. Sure. Anyways, but yeah, that's where we're at, guys. Friday night. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just smiling, feeling good. Probably going to snooze out here, get some Z's, and maybe just do a little bit of learning, reflection here after this day, because this day, man, this is the trenches. This is the heart of the trenches, brother. You're waiting for deals to materialize on one side of the ship, and then you're sitting here just super tight. Bro, like we were in the negatives today, man. And we had to claw our way out. Like just up, like when a bunch of unforeseen expenses just come out, that's what happened. Bunch of unforeseen expenses, our go high level comes out, and it's just like money's just all tied up, right? Like we got to the point where we didn't have cash to actually sustain what was coming out, because everything we had was invested in the ads. So we were pretty tight for a couple of days. Overdraft fees started coming in. I just hate the feeling in the back of your head when you're negative. And I feel like that also makes it harder to sell, bro, because it's like, fuck, like I need this deal. But I don't think I've had like that intention on calls at all, at least as far as I know. And then, yeah, man, we got the snow stuff done. So now we're back in the positive. We're looking good. So that's super sick. Yeah, man, it's literally the heart of the trenches, dude. It's a battle every day. I feel like when you have bad days, it's rarely they stay bad. You know what I mean? I feel like essentially like what a cure for a bad day is just like, figure out what's wrong and what you can do to quickly fix it. Because there's always a quick fix somewhere. And we figured out what that quick fix was texting all of our previous customers. Wow, The universe is blessing us with a storm that's coming this weekend. That's freaking everybody out. It's going to be a boatload of snow. It's going to suck to remove, but it's money, you know, something that can get us closer to the destination, you know, closer to getting on that boat and starting to speed through this. So yeah, it's just the trenches, dude. I just want to document the reality of it because no one's doing it. And it's not pretty, bro. The trenches are the hardest. And, you know, I don't even know what I would define as like truly the trenches, but I feel like you're in the trenches from at least year 1 to year 3, bro. You know, you're in the trenches until like you don't have to worry about it. You got momentum. Trenches is basically where like you don't have momentum. It's like we all start 20 feet below the ground, right? 20 feet below the surface, and we got to climb out of this fucking hole to get to endless freedom, right? And, you know, it could take us 3 years to get out of that hole. Some people's holes may be deeper than others, you know? That's just how the game goes. That's what I call the trenches, bro. It's like we're just in the trenches trying to just get out of the battlefield and just fucking make it to the beach, you know what I'm saying? Take the boat to the other island. But yeah, it's a good game. I mean, this is why this game's so fun, bro. It's like you gotta earn it, bro. You gotta earn it. Just telling you right now, you ain't getting this for nothing. And the people that look like they got it for nothing started, think again, bro. Like they started so early. Like the people that are making it when they're 18, these guys started when they were 14, 13. You know what I mean? Like just because they're young doesn't mean they didn't work to get to where they are. It's a huge realization that I know a lot of people need to have and that I've had recently, probably a while ago at this point. But social media makes it portrayed to be like, holy shit, this guy's 21 and he's a millionaire. What the fuck? You know, it's like, what? I thought millionaires were supposed to be like 35. I thought you were supposed to retire a millionaire. You're like, a normal person cannot even perceive that. You know, it's just like, it's mind boggling. So don't let the outside noise distract you and just understand you have your trenches journey. You just got to live through it. You just got to make sure you're conscious and you're learning through the process. And yeah, man, you just got to be resourceful as fuck. If you want to get through the trenches, you just got to be resourceful as fuck. Because if you can be resourceful, pull shit out of your ass, you're going to be good, you know, make stuff appear out of thin air with very small timelines. You'll make it through the trenches. But this is just really where, you know, God tests how bad do you want this? How resourceful are you? What are you willing to do to actually keep pushing on this? Because in the trenches, you're essentially in a situation where you're just barely getting by, but you're not above water, right? You're kind of like bobbing up and down in the water. You know what I mean? Coming up for air every so often. It's really easy to get in the position where you want to quit when you're in the trenches. You know what I mean? So this is literally the test before you can actually get to that next level and sustain it. So cherish the trenches. Trenches are one of the best times, you know, in a lot of entrepreneurs' lives. They look back on them. Obviously in the moment it doesn't feel good, but just try to enjoy it, smile through it, understand it's just life. Like, what is an empty bank account going to do to me at the end of the day? We're just flesh and blood. It's all digital. It's fake anyway, whatever. So, but yeah, guys, that's a little rant for today. Like I said, tomorrow we're just going to get into the sales process, dial that in, and then, yeah, go from there. So it's kind of the plan. I appreciate you guys watching this video. This is Ethan, the 0 to 100K series. Subscribe if you want to keep following along in this series. Who knows when we're going to get to 100K? Maybe by day 100? I don't know. And then like this video if you thought it was helpful or you enjoyed it and got value from it. And also comment down below if you have any questions, comments, concerns, insights. I would love to hear from you. And then I have my Instagram linked in the description down below. Feel free to DM me on Instagram if you want to connect. Always looking to connect with new, hungry, or fallen entrepreneurs out there. Would love to connect with you. Or if you want to see what mentorship would look like to help you start and scale your AI agency, as that is one of the safest paths to be going into here as we approach 2026 with the job market the way it is, the economy the way it is. This is the way to go. Yeah, DM me on Instagram if you want to look into what that would look like also. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Just kind of going with the raw yaps now. Fuck it. We'll see you guys for day 49. Have a good one.